Hey, how you doing? This is David Oerry Molina with the Yellow Dot Spotlight Show. Every Tuesday is interviewing our local artists, live and local. Right now we're interviewing Josh Sartain. Everybody knows I got dyslexic. Anyways, hey Josh, how you doing?
I'm good.
Hey, thanks for stopping by today.
No problem.
You go a little closer to the mic. There we go.
Sorry about that.
Hey, there we go.
I haven't had a day off in a while, so this is my first day off. So.
Hey, well, thanks for coming on by, taking your day off, and stopping by the show. So real quick, you're a lyrics writer?
Yes, I am. I'm also a poet, and I write books, lyrics, and I'm trying to form a band of mine together. So.
There we go, and that's how we ran into each other. You know, he's came down here to start networking with musicians here that are a lot over here at Warlow's. And so anyways, you know, he's a lyric writer, so he's looking for people to write lyrics for. I'm definitely going to sign up for that. So he does have a band, but they're looking for a singer. So that's something that we're going to help out with. But, you know, so with some of your music writing, what kind of style are you looking for? What do you do right now? Because I know as we grow, things differently change.
Since I'm a poet, most of my poetry are more dark.
Mm-hmm.
But I wanted a different view of my band, so I just started branding my art, and I wanted my poetry different from my band, so I have a different unique sound and a different taste into this band. And it's just lyrics about everyday life, basically.
Right, and that's something we can all relate to. I mean,
yeah,
sometimes like that. So I know writing lyrics is a little different than poetry, but poetry and lyrics can kind of combine together. I know in music there's that hook. Is there stuff that you write that people go, man, that's the hook?
Yes, all the time. It's mainly in the intro of the songs.
Uh-huh.
But I got some good chorus and bridge, and I'm also still learning about all of this too. I would consider myself an amateur, but it's all growing.
Exactly, and you won't be an amateur for very long, because if I can help out, man, we'll hook you up with some people, and I can use some lyrics in some of my songs and stuff like that. So
yeah, of course, my lead vocalist, we parted ways with them. I just didn't see he wasn't enough. He wasn't devoted enough into our band.
So what he's looking for, and what most of us are looking for, is a little bit of devotion to the commitment that you're going to be there. And sometimes when you're working with people, it's really nice to know up front that I've tried this out, but this might not be for me. And if you can let bands know that up front sooner than later, that always keeps a good friendship happening.
Yeah, of course. Each member has different views and how they view our music and stuff. But it's the band members that we click on day one that I'm just looking for.
Right on, some of the magic. Well, definitely can find a lot of musicians here at Warlow's, and then the Yellow Dot Spotlight. I'll write down my Facebook page, and we'll hook up and be friends and stuff like that.
Definitely.
All that jazz. And I mean, I'm so glad you came by, because this is what this show is about. Just come on by, we'll get some interviews about what you're doing, live and local talent here in Stockton, California. And so with Josh, can we open up this book? The book! He's got a big prize book!
I hope this book gears to my heart.
All right, cool. So before we start, so real quick, we also have Herb and Muhammad in the house here doing some background music. So, and you might recognize this flyer, some of us, in town. I definitely recognize this flyer. So this is a drum circle that they've had for years. Real quick, you can stop the video so you can read the flyer. Oh, there's another one. Look at that 3D. Bam. Thanks, Manuel.
They're really nice people.
They are. No, they're really cool. So what we're about to attempt to try is we're going to go through Josh's lyric book, which is kind of more of a punk rock lyric, so that little darker side, with some happy jazz in the background. So we've got dark lyrics with happy music. So we're going to try that as we go.
Oh yeah, if you haven't known, my band's name is Wish Friends Forever.
Okay, so the band name is We're Friends Forever?
Worst Friends Forever.
Worst Friends Forever. It reminds me of, can't kick them out, but you can't keep them either.
Basically, that's basically how it is.
Right. You can't kick them out, but you can't keep them. We'll figure that one out later in the show. So anyways, we're just gonna jump around in his lyric books. And we got some music in the background with Herb on guitar. And we'll be talking to them too also here in the next segment. So what do we have here, our first little?
We have a chorus from Mr. Ice Cream Man.
Okay, so we got chorus from Mr. Ice Cream Man. And Herb, we could definitely crank up a little bit there. Some background music, yeah. We got happy jazz over dark lyrics.
Run, run, run. Halfway down the street, I saw a Mr. Ice Cream Man driving in his vintage van. If you know what I need, it's the cold and sweet. But if I can't get there in time, a Pepsi will be just fine.
Pepsi. Cherry Pepsi. Oh yeah, we'll try to make another one.
So this would be the second verse into Filth. And I recently wrote this about a couple weeks ago. I'm so sick, sad like an unlit candlestick. Blow me a kiss, no time to reminisce. I've lost more than I've gained. That says a lot about me, don't you think? Blink and you will miss my metaphors explained. I am a prisoner chained to my own thoughts, but my filth can never be contained. And that song is basically about things you don't really like about yourself. It's mainly your flaws, and it's about learning to accept your flaws and to embrace them.
There we go, and that's how we grow. That's how we all grow.
Exactly. And my last one would be a chorus from Never Too Late, and being to the intro of the first verse. You can always forgive, but never forget. You will never learn until you are piss-drunk dead. Take your time to love one another. Appreciate each other. Forgive yourself to love all your flaws. You'll regret it much when bad news calls. And when I told you so, don't solo.
Don't solo. That calls for a round of finger snaps.
And that, my friends, are my little big book of secrets.
There we go, big book of secrets, dark lyrics over happy jazz. You know, this might be a new segment we might have to do a little more often.
Of course, I'm a poet. I'm used to open mic nights. I just love getting up stage and just doing my thing, you know?
Right on. Well, cool. We'll keep in contact and we'll have you up more often, and we'll have some stuff coming up with you. Thanks, Josh.
No problem.
Hey, man, thanks for stopping by.
If I say my social media?
Oh, that's right. Thanks for correcting me. How can we find you through our social media? I gotta say my words slower.
My number is 209. I forget my number all the time.
No, I know who calls themselves, right?
209-361-9162. My band name is Worst Friends Forever. Our genre is rock, indie rock. We're a garage band, so we just started. Social medias are, if you Facebook us, it's Worst Friends Forever. If you YouTube us, it's Worst Friends Forever. If you look us up on SoundCloud, it is Worst Friends Forever.
Sounds good.
We just stick to that one name.
There we go. Worst friends forever. You can't throw them out of the band, and you can't keep them in the band. All right. Well, thanks. We'll catch up. And then here, giving out some background music, we got Herb and Mohammed. We're going to pan to them for a little bit, and then we'll be right back with some interviews and some jams to them.